Beautiful people, welcome back to another airline vlog. Pilot Pete, and today is a beautiful day to start our week-long trip. Well, yesterday technically it started, but as a commuter, this was a perfect trip for me. It was a deadhead start to get to Indy, so I canceled that ticket, deviated, got myself to Indianapolis, banked that travel money, and today starts the actual flying. We are going Indy to Oakland today for our week-long trip. It's only 3 legs though. 3 legs the entire trip, 1 a day. Today is Indy, Oakland. Tomorrow, Oakland back to Indy. And then we got our final one, which is Indy back to San Francisco. And it ends with a back-end deadhead. We're out on the ramp in Indianapolis, just pre-flight at the 7-6, all set to go. About 30 minutes probably until we get out of here with them having to load, the clearance, get the catering, make sure I was on board. Very, very important for our 4+ hour flight to Oakland, and it's gonna be my leg. Cap hasn't flown in a while, so he's gonna take the first one out to Oakland. I'll be monitoring, meaning doing the radios, checklists, all that good stuff. But should be a pretty smooth ride, not too much weather. It's mostly south of our flight plan, and excited to get to Oakland. Let's go do it. So front of the airplane, we got the nose wheel tied down while they're loading it, and then here's our tug. So the airplane doesn't actually have reverse to move back from the gate. We have a tug that pushes us back without having any engine power on. It'll sit in there, push us back, and then we'll start our engines when it's ready to taxi once we're pushed back and it's safe to do so. Today's departure is the Rocky 1. We'll be heading departure, then out to Terre Haute, Rocky, and then spinner on our way to Oakland, California. 1,700 miles, 4 hours and change. Just landed in Oakland, got to the hotel, long freaking flight. 36,000 feet on the way to Oakland, 4 hours and like 35 minutes, I think our flight time was. It was brutally long. I didn't get much sleep last night. I'm exhausted. It's 7 o'clock local, so 10 o'clock Eastern for me. So I'm about to crash. Dinner on the plane, a little bit of the catering, more so on the Whole Foods. Just gonna change out of this and then literally get ready for bed because I gotta catch up on some sleep. Tomorrow is more of a fun, longer layover. We're doing Oakland out to Indy bright and early, so I'll have like 24 hours off in Indy. Positives are it's 1 leg, so I like that for sure over like the hub turns through Memphis or 2-legged days and kind of like breaks in between. I like the one and done. New location, but like I said, too short. I'm too tired to go check it out. So I'll see you tomorrow bright and early for day 2. Good morning from Oakland. Just got changed into the uniform. Our showtime downstairs in about 2 minutes. So got all packed up, ready to go. And it's about a 20-minute ride. The budget, the time for about 30 minutes. Get to the airport with traffic. We have a driver picking us up, myself and the captain. And then look over the flight plan, discuss the flight, any maintenance items, weather, whatever might be kind of different for this flight. And then we're going to Indianapolis. So let's get to the airport, get the plane ready to go. We just got to ride out to the airplane. It's not loaded yet, that's why it's nice and quiet. So we'll pre-flight it, get our clearance, and then hopefully they'll load us up so we can get to Indy and set. Good morning, beautiful people from the ramp in Oakland. Just pre-flighted the 7-6. We're all set to go. Out on the airplane super early. So basically how it works, up to the pilots, whether or not they want to go to the flight planning room at all the stations that we have. So we have one in Oakland. It's a far walk. You got to go through all these corridors and elevators. So the captain was like, hey, do you need to go anywhere? Can we just go right to the plane? I was like, let's just go right to the plane. So he took that bus, got dropped off, and then we can just look on our iPads for the dispatch release, the flight plan, all the maintenance items, anything that we need to see is all on our iPads anyway. So there's no real physical reason to go to the flight planning room unless this what you want to do. There's coffee there, there's you can print out things, but like I said, in today's digital world, nothing that we really need. So plane's actually loaded. I was mistaken. I thought it wasn't even loaded yet, but it's all loaded. Like I said, we're about an hour and 20 minutes from scheduled departure, so we'll get everything done, and hopefully dispatch will allow us to leave early. And next stop will be Indy, it'll be my leg. So here maintenance right now is lining up the tug to get ready to push us back. Since we're all set up, they're doing their thing. A pin goes into that nose gear right there so they can steer us and push us back from the gate before we start any of our engines. So we're fully loaded, as you can see. Cans are stacked, ready to go. We got no DG or dangerous goods on board. That's what these hoses are for. If we had DG, or said dangerous goods, so basically anything that's explosive or flammable, corrosive, it would go in a special can. And these hoses, which are hooked up to the fire extinguishers in the flight deck, that would be able to spray directly into the can, would be hooked up. So since these are not hooked up, we'll have no dangerous goods on board. And then I can't see over there you go. Can stacked all the way back. We're all buttoned up, ready to go. It'll be my leg out to Indianapolis. We got 1,700 miles to cover. Let's go. Just landed in Indianapolis, runway 5 right. As you can probably see out the window, a little overcast, but we got it in no problem, all worked out. But special, very unique, once in a blue moon circumstance happened. We got an ACARS message while we're up there. Basically, our company can text us while we're flying, and about 2.5 hours in, hour and a half, 2 hours from landing, I got this message. Pilot Pete, report to flight ops for a required special issue. So I don't know exactly what the issue is, but 99.9% is going to be a drug test. So pilots get drug tested randomly. Literally, it's random. I mean, the captain I'm flying with told me that he's been tested 4 times in 30 years. So I've been tested probably twice in my 4-year tenure here at my company. So yeah, gotta go. Good thing I drank a lot of water, so when we get to Indianapolis flight ops, they'll take me to a private room, and fingers crossed, I pass the test and I can keep my license. But just something that's unique on this flight. Happens, like I said, every once in a while, but haven't been tested in a minute. So that's on my ACARS message to do that. So that's what we'll go do, and then we'll head to the hotel in Indy. Just got to the hotel in Indianapolis. Happy to report I passed the drug and alcohol test. It actually was drug and alcohol. Normally, In the past, I've done just drug. They had a breathalyzer there for me to blow into as well. And the drug test, I think, is based on like temperature of your urine. Right away, they can tell. They'll also send it out to a lab, so I guess I would hear back if there was like other stuff. But I promise I'll be passing that. And I blew a 0.00 on the breathalyzer. So all good there. And like I was saying on the crew bus, it's random. I've been drug tested like back-to-back weeks before, and I've gone probably like 3.5, 4 years without a drug test. So completely random. I got asked that question a bunch. So kind of cool it happened on this trip that I was vlogging, and that's how it works. They just shoot you a text message, better known as an ACARS message in flight, and they don't let you leave the airport until you get your test done. So it took about 20 minutes, which was kind of annoying. The pilot had to wait for me, but got to the hotel, gonna change out the uniform. The gym downtown is super close, so I'm gonna go hit a legs workout and then grab some food, edit some videos, and enjoy my like 24 hours here in Indy. So let's go enjoy it. Luckily, with the health benefits program that I have through work called Active and Fit, I'm able to go all these gyms around the country. So there's an anytime, like a 2-minute walk from the hotel that we stay at. So instead of going to the hotel gym, which can kind of be, you guys know, a little crummy, get a proper workout in with like free weights and squat machines and stuff like that. So today's leg day, you already know it's non-negotiable. We're getting it in, and then gonna find some dinner after this. So let's crush some legs, get after it. Workout complete. Did a nice little leg day. Always finish with some abs. Non-negotiable, people. We're getting it in. And beautiful day in Indianapolis. We're gonna go to Chipotle and get some dinner. I'm gonna do my go-to double chicken, but if you haven't watched my previous videos before, in order to get double anything, double meat, make sure you order it, let them slide it, and then you ask for another. Then you say, can you double it, please? Because human nature, you're gonna have to put in the same amount they put in the first time. So a little trick of the trade from your favorite pilot vlogger, or maybe top 20 favorite vlogger. So time to go get some grub. All right, finally winding down the night. Workout, gym, and then spend the last couple hours returning some phone calls, emails, text messages, doing some editing, and it can be long. But I will say this about being an airline pilot. One thing that I really like is once you're done flying the jet, your job is done. I mean, how you spend your layovers, whether it's working out, exploring the city, meeting up with friends or family, going out to restaurants, bars, clubs, whatever it may be, whatever floats your boat, you get to do that, which is super cool. So the con is I'm not home, I'm not in my own bed, I'm not my own apartment cooking my own food. But I really think the plus side is I worked from, let's see, East Coast time, like 8 a.m. East Coast to like 2 p.m. East Coast. And then that's it. Once the parking brake is set, we're off the jet. We get dropped off, we're done. So super nice to be able to kind of just do what you want. Finally bedtime, it's almost 11 p.m. and I don't have to wake up early tomorrow, which I really like, not having to set alarm. So we'll see you tomorrow morning for that free pilot breakfast that you know I'm definitely gonna enjoy. And we have a couple hours in Indy before we fly back to San Fran. So see you tomorrow. Good morning from Indianapolis. Just woke up, had some breakfast downstairs. Excelente. Looking outside, it's not pouring, but it's pretty nasty and rainy. That being said, gotta get the body moving today. Officially last night, I just signed up for the New York City Marathon. So I'm locked in for that. That's why we got the running shoes. And we're heading outside for a couple miles. Not sure how many of them do, but hopefully at least 3, maybe even 4. I got about 3 hours till my showtime downstairs for a car ride to the airport. So super nice layover, gentleman hours as far as waking up late, sleeping in, got a bunch of sleep, and then we got one leg later today. So gonna move the body because it's non-negotiable, and then come back. I'll grab some lunch probably at Whole Foods after my run, and then shower quick and get ready. So let's go for a run. Gotta love running in the rain, baby. I will say it's kind of cool because it's really quiet, and this river walk that Indy has is pretty cool. So we're about 2 miles in, a little over halfway, living the dream. 6 miles in the books. Legs are feeling good. Pretty sore actually. I did leg yesterday at the gym and then ran, but got it done. That's what's important. Even in the rain, and I stopped at my go-to Whole Foods. Got a chicken sandwich for lunch, and then also packed up dinner because even though we catered on the almost 5 hour flight to Oakland, it's I'm not counting on it being good. So when I get a chance to stop and get some decent real food, I always do that. So I'm gonna head back to my hotel now, shower, stretch a little bit, relax, maybe lie down for a minute, get ready for our flight. All right, so about 20 minutes prior to our show time, we have a scheduled driver to take us to the airport. So we don't schedule any of this, we don't plan any of this. The company does it all for us. They calculate how far it takes on average to get from the hotel to the airport, and that's when the driver comes to get us. So Captain's downstairs waiting for me now, and then we'll drive to the airport. Heading down to the lobby now, and about 20 minutes to the airport. It's raining, so that'll be a fun walk around, and then 4 hours and 40 minutes to Oakland. Just finished the walk around of the 7-6, all set to go. Haven't started loading yet, so probably be like 45 minutes before we leave. But fun fact, airplanes for takeoff, which runway do we go to? It's designated by air traffic control, but the runway in which they pick has to do with the wind. So as you can tell by my hair when I face this way, or maybe you can't, I don't know. The wind's blowing from the north, so we're gonna be taking off into the wind this way. Wind's blowing that way. So that's how airplanes pretty much take off, is into the wind. Some factors like traffic and runway operations can change that, but 90% of the time we're taking off into the wind, landing into the wind, and it has to do with aerodynamics and all this other stuff that I'm not gonna get into. But long flight to Oakland, 4 hours and 40 minutes, but it ends with a back-end deadhead, my personal favorite. So I'm on the fence. Do I get to Oakland and then take the red eye out of San Francisco tonight back to New York, which can stink because red eyes are miserable and boring. Or I might just spend the night in our company-provided hotel and then take an early morning flight out to the East Coast. Not sure just yet, so stay tuned for that, but it'll be my leg to monitor. 4 hours and 40 minutes, let's get it. Almost ready to head out to Oakland. Captain and I spun the airspeed indicator, and I won. It's actually gonna be my leg out to Oakland. We're flying the Rocky 1 departure. It's a heading departure that air traffic control will give us on takeoff, and then we're going to Terre Haute, Rocky transition, spinner, and then almost 4 hours later across pretty much most of the country to Oakland. See you soon. There's a 777 taxi now. I'm pretty sure it's going to what is it called? Liège, Belgium. All right, just landed runway 30 in Oakland. Long flight, but we got it done. And that ends the trip, just a deadhead home. But folks are gonna wanna know at home, Captain, how did Pilot Pete do on his landing runway 30 today?
Pete did great. It was quite possibly one of the best landings I've ever experienced today. I would have to give him a 9.2.
Wow, 9.2 out of 10.
Russian judge, maybe an 8, but 9.2.
Okay, 9.2, we'll take it. You heard it here first, folks. 9.2 to 10. Now it's time to deadhead home. Let's do it. Just landed in Oakland, but got to our hotel in San Francisco. Like I said earlier, it's currently, let's see, 6:45 West Coast time. So I could catch a red eye back to New York, but honestly, those just kind of destroy me. I don't really get much sleep. There's no lay flats available, so it'd be crunched up in the back, and honestly, just not worth it to me. So I'm gonna get a good night's sleep here in San Fran, wake up tomorrow early, and then take a cross-country flight back to either Newark or JFK. I got flights booked on both. Just gotta figure out where exactly I wanna end up. But yeah, simple, easy trip. I mean, deadhead to Indy, operate 3 days, 3 legs, 1 leg each day. Very gentleman-like as far as the hours go, no night flying. Great captain. Finished with a 9.2. How you doing? Where you been? All good there. And yeah, we got a deadhead home. So if you're here for the flying, thanks for coming along for the ride. I'll finish the clips off with my deadhead home. So flying done. And as always, hope you enjoyed. Hopefully this time the camera is facing the right way, but didn't get much filming done because I was exhausted. Early wake up and ended up taking a flight direct to JFK. So all worked out. As always though, hope you enjoyed the vlog. Headed back to my parents' house for the weekend, and I just want to jump on and say thanks so much for all those who have supported my channel and my social media. I really do appreciate it. Keep the comments and questions coming, all of them, seriously. If you have any questions, aviation related, shoot me a DM on Instagram. I get back to all of them. So as always, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.